Hello, one and all. Welcome back to the penultimate episode of the Doom Tower. We are going to go for, yeah, we're going to go for my showboat team again. I think it should handle these waves. If it can't, then lucky you. You get to see my main Doom Tower team for hard. I may not have to switch to it though. If memory serves correctly, it shouldn't be necessary. All you really need to make this work is a good seer or a good poison explosion comp. I've seen other people use those. I have not used those myself. I think kind of the best setup for that is if you have Calvalax, which I do not have. Would like. Maybe I'll put it on my Christmas list. Of course, this is actually going to air after Christmas. It just occurs to me, so I either already got it or I didn't. But we won't know until we get to that point. Well, you won't. And I don't. It's a wibbly wobbly, timey wimey thing. What is it today? The 27th? Is that where we're at? I think this is supposed to get aired on the 27th. Anyway, this this series of waves seems to be going off without a hitch. So we can just sit back, relax, watch Seer melt wave after wave. It's kind of fun, isn't it? It's kind of satisfying to have this built out. Those of you still looking to build out a seer, maybe you got lucky this Christmas, you got a seer. Maybe you've just been looking to tweak her. You want any tips? Any advice? Hey, hit me up. Join my Discord. There's lots of cool people there. There's often room in the clan. I think there's a spot free right now. Of course, right now is 12 days ago. There's probably still a spot free. And if you're a newer player, we actually have a junior clan. So you could join that instead if you feel you wouldn't be quite up to par with the endgame players in my endgame clan. Not that we're even like the endgamiest of endgame clans. We're like a free-to-play / low spender clan. I know there's some spenders in my clan. I don't think we have any big spenders left. Definitely don't have any huge spenders ever. We have some former spenders too. I believe Mr. Burrito is a former spender. Maybe we could call him a recovering spender. And I've been free to play the whole time. Sometimes it's just a huge time sink. You just put in the time and you get your account there. If you're relatively new and you actually want to devote a large chunk of your life to making a really awesome account, then you're just as crazy as I am. Nice to meet you. It's taken me about 3 years to get my account to this point. I started 3 years ago, around Halloween of 2020. And what a ride it has been. The game has changed quite a bit since then. Probably about as much as it's changed before I joined. The pool of champions is absolutely massive now compared to what it was when I first joined. Even then, it seemed like a really impossibly big roster, and now it must have at least doubled since then in the last 3 years. A lot of interesting champions have come in. I think of all the champions that I've ever got, I'd say maybe the most account changing for me was Duchess, but we could even say it was Seer. Oh, look, we lost her. Ursula might be able to pick her back up. We might be able to save this. Yeah, this should be no problem. That's why it pays to have a good reviver in this team. So let's see, that's 106. We got 3 regular floors left, and then we'll get to the boss. So yesterday we did the Scarab King, so today it should be the... What is it, the Griffin? Must be the Celestial Griffin. Don't know if we can solo the top level of Griffin in this tower. Let's find out. Kymar is another fairly big account-changing champion. Lydia, I don't know that Lydia's necessarily account-changing. She definitely makes your teams more efficient once you manage to clear all the factions. Of course, there are more factions to clear now. Although, the upside is there are better understood ways to clear the factions. So if clearing factions is another place where you're stuck, I mean, there are a lot of content creators that can help you with this, but I can too, if you like. I have been meaning to start a Faction Wars series. I actually recorded a number of episodes that I just haven't aired because I didn't really like the way they looked, so I'm probably just gonna redo them. And I've changed around some things in my factions, but you can kind of treat Faction Wars the same way that you would treat one of the secret rooms. If you're having a lot of trouble getting the right champions and you just have some rares, you can always resort to stun sets, revoke sets, freeze sets, anything to crowd control the waves. There are some exceptional waves in the Doom Tower that can give you some real grief, particularly when you get the combination of Rhodos and Siphi. Siphi will just clear off the Rhodos will just start picking off members of your party. Siphi will just start picking up everybody. Maybe you're encountering a wave that's got 3 Duchesses in it. So you might need some block revive mechanics for that kind of thing. There are rares that do that. If you want to know which ones, and you just want to be good at navigating your way through which champions to build that you might be missing from your roster, you can always go to either Hell Hades or Ayumi Love. These are my favorite 2 websites. They both have a really easy, navigable way of finding champions very quickly by whatever trait you want. So if you want Block Revive, it'll show you who the 3 Block Revive rares are and many other Block Revive champions. Frequently, if I'm at a loss of what to do, I go there. I often go to both because both websites are good for different reasons. Anyway, here's the Celestial Griffin. I managed to 2-man last time, so I'm going to assume Leorius should still be able to 2-man this time. Leorius and Urost. And waves give him no problem. So I probably brought Urost because Leorius was maybe dying at some point when he was by himself. I don't know if Urost actually keeps him alive, or if Urost just kind of finishes the fight regardless of whether Leorius is alive or not. But we do more damage if Leorius stays standing. So come on, Leo. You have the heart of a lion, and the body of a lion, and the brain of a lion, and hook swords. The hook swords are a nice touch. Never seen a lion with hook swords before. I imagine hook swords would do a lot of damage and be incredibly painful. They might not be the most practical weapon, but it's hard to say. The art of swordplay has sort of been lost, since swords in general are kind of a thing of the past. You can still learn kendo and other sword martial arts, but it's not the same. In fact, many historians suggest swords were never really the best weapon anyway. That you'd be a lot better off using either a club or an axe, just for the sheer damage it does. Nice segue, Gavin. What are you talking about? Anyway, let's do the secret room, then I'll let you go. So, rank 6 champions. Wow. This could be anyone we want. Let's do Sun Wukong. And actually, let's take the preset Sun Wukong. Although I'm seeing a lot of magic in that third wave, so that could give us some grief. No problem. More of a problem. Wow, there's a lot of magic in here, so maybe Sun Wukong is not a fantastic choice. I think that was a mistake. So let's try our good buddy Leorius instead. So he's not quite one-shotting the waves, but he is maybe still the best choice. I don't know. I mean, it says rank 6 champions only. I mean, I could use whatever wave clearing team I want. So I don't know why I'm limiting myself to a solo champ. And you know what? Just come on, Leo. Come on, AI. Pay attention. There's a reviver right here. This is not efficient at all. Nina, you can do it. So 15. Let's see. Can my Showboat team beat that record? No, there is some sort of a limit. Oh, yeah, we don't have a rank 6 champion here. Although the Wave Wreckers could totally do it. I've been teasing I could use this team. We could use this team. Why not? Let's run them once. So this is my main Doom Tower team. I use this on Doom Tower Hard. It comprises of some very rare champions. None of them are like the most rare of the rare. Like, there are 2 Void Legos, but they're both acquirable by all. As long as you're willing to do everything required to get to Lydia and then Ramen 2. And then you gotta get lucky and get these 2 demons. So did we get the reset? I wasn't paying attention. We didn't. If we do get the lucky reset, this is usually cleared in 15 turns. If we don't get the lucky reset, then we gotta swing around until Lydia and Seer reset. Or until Kymar gets a reset, but usually it's Lydia and Seer that would get the reset first. But I think Leo really was the more efficient way through. Even though I didn't even do it right. And look at that, Lydia even denies that revival attempt. No revives for you. Come back in 5 turns, when you'll have been dead for 4. Well, we didn't even need that reset, so 30 turns. It's definitely not the most efficient. Here, let's run this one more time. I am just going to try to make the right call on wave 3. See if we can beat the record of 15 turns. So come on, Leo. Don't let them get too many buffs up. And here, let's just do the 8-1. So we go for the A2, follow with the A1. Blammo, we did it in 11 turns. Woot woot. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Please come back tomorrow for the last episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because apparently sometimes people actually want to do that, but they forget. I forget, so I don't want to pester people too much. Anyway, always glad to see you. Feel free to comment anything. I read all the comments. And you know what? Just for you, since you're still here, you should also join my Discord server. Lots of cool people there. Seriously. You meet some cool people. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Take care.